Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is my first Facebook Live. I'm just going to wait to see who's going to show up today. So I've been traveling for the last 2 months after I left Thailand, and I went to the U.S. So I was actually supposed to be in Costa Rica right now, and I had some plans change, which I'll talk about. Diane, what's going on? Neil, what's up, bro? Steph, what's up, guys? Good to see you. Diane, I'm sure it's cold in New York. I'm not sure what it's like, but when I was there for Christmas, I was freezing my ass off. Who else we got? Tim, what's up, bro? Are you still in Thailand? So yeah, I'll give you guys a hint of where I'm from, where I'm broadcasting. As you can see, it's super sunny out. They speak habla español aquí. The food's really good here. It's spicy. Let's see. I'm trying to give you guys some hints of where else. Hey, Deb, what's going on? I'm not far from you, actually. We're gonna be neighbors pretty soon. Yeah, they like soccer. They like football here. The people are super friendly. What else? Oh, Americans and Canadians love to come here for vacation. That's another hint of where I'm currently staying. It's like 80 degrees out right now. It's beautiful blue skies. I'll give you guys a quick tour. This is my my balcony. Not sure if you can see that. And it's got some palm trees and ferns and yeah. Hey, Deb. Thanks for joining. Lee, what's up, bro? Another Chiang Mai friend. So yeah, there's a digital nomad community out here. So trying to think what else. All right, so I'll tell you guys where I'm broadcasting from. I'm currently in Playa del Carmen, Mexico. This is my new home. And Allison, what's up? Thanks for joining. I've been here for 2 weeks now in Mexico. Viva Mexico! And I freaking love it. It's been like perfect 80-degree weather, blue skies, barely rain. It's not humid at all, and it's just a really perfect place for me to reground myself and get back into a flow of things. And you know, I was when I was back home for Christmas for New York, I was there for 3 weeks, and I was just like, I was in a pretty miserable spot because of the weather. And it's been a long 2 months of travel, and I'm just like really happy just to be regrounding myself in one location. So I'm going to be here till at least April 11th or so. And yeah, so I've been in Mexico. Playa del Carmen I had to fly in through Cancun International Airport. Gina from Bali, what's up? Steven, my old brother from Thailand. What's up, guys? Thanks for joining. Sending love to you. Man, this is so cool. I get to connect with so many people. This is my first, I'm a Facebook Live virgin. So yeah, Playa del Carmen, I had to fly in through Cancun International. Thanks, brother. Thanks, Steven. Hey! I flew into Cancun International, and then from there I had to take a bus, like a 45-minute. And yeah, it's on the beach. I live like 5 minutes, 10 minutes from the beach. And it's super safe here. You know, people always like, Ryan, what's up, bro? Coming in from Colorado. People always like, is Mexico safe? And man, it's super safe here. Like, I haven't felt any danger. And the beach is 3 blocks away. You know, I either walk or ride a bike. And I posted one picture last week, and that was actually in Tulum. So Tulum is another like hour and 15-minute drive from here. And I went there last weekend with some friends. And that is just absolutely breathtaking. It's got a feel of a bit of a bohemian vibe, almost like Bali. And I think there's also like a lot of wellness and retreat places. So any coaches or people out there looking to do like Gina or even Steven, if you want to go there, there's like a lot of retreat centers, a lot of wellness places. And it's nice. It reminds me almost like Bali with the way it's set up. But yeah, Tulum is there. So the food here has been delicious. I've been eating a lot of tacos and tortas. It's super cheap. I've been going to like the local spots on the street vendors. I'm super close. Trying to think what else. Yeah, the people are super friendly, you know, like at first it was, obviously if you look at me, I'm Asian, and like I've been living in Thailand and Bali for 5 years. So I felt a bit, I was like, you know, I was actually sometimes my brain forgets to transition to a new country. So I'll be speaking like Thai to people. So I had to transition to speaking Spanish out here. But yeah, I feel totally fine living out here, you know, like it's the people are very friendly, very welcoming, and like no one's like busting my balls about being Asian or anything like that. So I feel at home here, and yeah, it's very relaxed. Playa del Carmen is, I would say it's a city on the beach, but it's not the crazy New York City vibe that scares the hell out of me because I don't like to live in places like that anymore. Same thing with Bangkok or Jakarta. So it's still a very mellow place. The air quality is very good. I have asthma, so I'm very sensitive to air pollution. The noise level is not too crazy. There's not a lot of traffic. In terms of like who's living here, there's actually other digital nomads, other entrepreneurs. I went to a meetup last Friday at a cool rooftop bar. So there's actually a Facebook group. So any friends who are digital nomads thinking about coming out here, join the Facebook group, Playa del Carmen Digital Nomads. That's one. Stacy, what's up? Tia, hi. Thanks for joining, guys. So yeah, there's people like me who work online and they live here, and that was one of the big reasons why I moved to Playa del Carmen, because I wanted to be around. D Nice, what's up, my brother? Mwah. Kisses back to you, Stacy. So I wanted to be around other entrepreneurs. That way I can continue focusing and working on my business. So there's a digital nomad community here. There's other co-working spaces where you can work and get stuff done. There's cute little cafes I've been going out of. Also, if you're worried about it's not as good as, say, Asia with like Thailand, where it's like, but it is still doable. Like I'm doing this live. My house has Wi-Fi. It's somewhat reliable. The cafes, they're also good, and obviously there's the co-working spaces. But it's not like going to like a third world. Like internet is for the most part pretty good here. Also, there's cheap SIM card options as well. The other type of people that live here is expats, other retirees. I've met other people like that. You know, people come here as well. And then there's also the tourism industry. So that was my biggest concern. I was like, is Playa del Carmen going to be too touristy for me? You know, am I going to feel like this is not reality? And to be honest, so far it's been a nice balance of tourists. Where I live, I'm on 38th, Calle 38 and 20th Avenue. So I'm like 10 minutes from the crazy city center where all like the main tourist areas. So I do go there. My gym is there. There's restaurants there, but I don't like to live in those places because they get to be too crazy. So yeah, I'm in a perfect place where it's a good balance. There's residential areas. It's like a nice soccer field down the street from me. I go there in the morning to work out. So yeah, it's a good balance out here. It's not too touristy or busy. So that's a big plus for me. What else do I like? Yeah, I found this place on Airbnb, and it's a 1-bedroom. I'm paying just under $500. I got a really good deal. And I talked to the owner or the manager. She really helped me out. Shout out to you, Steph, for helping me with the rent. You know, it's super affordable to live out here. So other digital nomads, think about that. You know, I mean, it's not going to be as cheap as, say, Chiang Mai. You're looking at places between like $400, $800 for a 1-bedroom, but it's still a lot cheaper than New York, where I was paying a shitload more. And like I said, this balcony, I'll give you a quick tour again. This is my balcony. I'm on the second floor. There's beautiful palm trees, and I have a 1-bedroom with aircon. I have a kitchen, so it's very comfortable for me, and I have enough privacy and quietness to just do my own thing. Yeah, food's not that expensive. What else? I wrote a little thing to prepare. So yeah, so Mexico has been really good so far. And like I said, I'm going to be here until April 11th, until I pay 2 months rent up front, because I really want to ground myself. I like to travel, but when I'm constantly traveling, moving around, the past 2 months, I was moving around like almost every week, getting on a plane and visiting. And that just takes a lot of mental energy, physical energy. Going through airport security is like going through like a prison, you know? And it's not a very enjoyable, like everyone thinks travel is so glamorous, but you know what? Like traveling the US where you're treated like a convict going through security and just dealing with like angry security and everyone looks miserable. Yeah, it wears on you. So that's why I decided to stay in Playa del Carmen for at least 2 months. I'll be there till April 11th. Then I'm moving to Ecuador to lead my first retreat. And I'll talk a little bit about that later. So the funny thing is like so I guess I want to share, how did I actually get to Mexico? Why did I choose Mexico? So last year when I was in Chiang, Thailand, you know, for the past 5 years, as I live in Asia, I only come back to the US once a year to see my family because the flight is like a 20, 30-hour flight. It's long. It's not fun. It drains me. And like, it just takes so much out of me. So I didn't get a chance to go home for summertime last year because I was working on my business in Bali. So I told my family, like, hey, listen, I'll make it up to you guys. I'll come home for Christmas this year and we'll celebrate. So when I was in Thailand this year, I booked my tickets for Christmas and I'm like, you know what? If I'm going to go all the way back to the US, then I want to come back and visit South America because that's what I've been doing every year. Every time I go to New York, I'll go down to Peru, I'll go down to Ecuador. So this time I was like, you know what? I'm not just going to go visit South America this time. I'm actually going to move there. I want to move to South America because that's where my coaching business is going. That's where I'm going to be leading the retreat. So in the back of my mind, I started planning last year. Listen, when I go to the US, I'm uprooting from Asia and I'm going to move to South America. So that's what brought me to here. And when I came, I knew already that I was going to be doing 2 months of travel for the U.S. So first I did 3 weeks in New York. I wanted to see my family and just spend a lot of quality time with them. I got to see my little brother, my little nephew, Nicholas. He's such a little cute little boy. Hey, Nikki and Jeff and Melissa, if you're watching this, I just want to say I love you and I miss you guys. I really miss my sweet little boy. It's being with Nicholas. He's only like 2.5 years old. He's such a little bundle of joy, and now he's getting to the age where like he can talk and we can monkey around. And I just spent a week with him up there this time, and yeah, he remembers me and we play with dinosaurs, and I feel like I'm a little kid when I get to hang out with him. And yeah, I'm that's probably one of the hardest thing of living abroad is missing family, and especially now that I'm an uncle. It's tougher. So I'm gonna try and come back in 6 months to see you guys. But so I came back to New York for 3 weeks. And then I went to go see my coach in San Diego, Cameron. Shout out to you. He helped me a lot. I stayed with him, and it was so nice to get out of New York and go to San Diego because that's a beautiful place. That was always a place I wanted to go and live that was one of my dreams actually in college. I wanted to go move to San Diego and work in technology, but the whole .com bubble happened and then jobs went into the shitter, so that never happened. So yeah, I went to go visit my coach Cameron on the beach. That was really cool. He helped me out a lot. And then I went to go visit my youngest brother, Andy, who lives out in Walnut Creek, which is like an hour outside of San Francisco. So yeah, so I got to spend 2 weeks doing California, and then from there, I then went to Austin, Texas. So I'm sure some people saw the Facebook post. I went to Austin, Texas because there's a thing called the Mankind Project. That's it's a nonprofit men's organization that's been around. Yo, what's going on, guys? Just want to shout out to Alex, Emily, Jason, Josh. Josh, I met you at the Mankind Project. Joe, Mike, and Ryan. What's up, homie? Ryan, we haven't talked in years. Good to see you. Thanks for joining, man. So yeah, so I think you actually like what I'm going to talk about next. I went to Texas because there's a thing called the Mankind Project, and they are a nonprofit organization that's been around since the 1980s or so, about 30 years, 20, 30 years, and they run men's circle and initiation weekends, and their thing was called the New Warrior Training Adventure, and it's a weekend initiation experience, and that was a big reason why I flew to Texas. I met another coach, Bobby Love. I met him out in Chiang Mai at a men's circle, and he was like, listen, if you're working with men and doing the work you're doing, you should definitely go through this experience. And I had heard about it. It was in the back of my head, but he really suggested, and he really planted that seed in my head. So I was like, you know what, when I go to the U.S. this time, I'm going to definitely make sure I go to this training. And it lined up perfectly where I was able to go to New York and then fly to Austin. So it worked out. So I did a week in I spent a week in Austin, Texas. Really cool place as well. I've never been to Texas. The food there, man, the food there is something. And it's got a pretty cool community of other open-minded people. It's very progressive and open, and people are chill. Yo, what's up, Russell? So yeah, so Austin was a great experience. And then from there, I then flew to Arizona, Tucson, Arizona. And the reason why is because I met a really good friend, my friend Nick Gregoriadis. He's the owner of Jiu-Jitsu Brotherhood. I met him like 3 or 4 years ago out in Chiang, Thailand, and we become really good friends. And he had just, hey Shannon, what's up? He had just moved to Arizona because he got engaged to his fiance, who's American, Annie. So I was like, listen, Layla, what's up? What's up, girl? Good to see you. Thanks for joining. Russell, yes, I am in Mexico. Arno and Howard, what's up? My cousin Michelle. Hi, Michelle. Good to see you. Please tell Shen what's up. And Russell, you should come visit Mexico as a digital nomad. You would like it. We'll stay in contact. So yeah, I went to Arizona. That was my first time because I wanted to see my good friend Nick. And you know, it was a beautiful place. It was out in the mountains. And actually, Tucson, Arizona reminds me of what's up, Arno? It reminds me of here. The weather was perfect. The mountains are just there, and a lot of retirees, but it's also college town. So I would say any of the snowbirds down on the East Coast looking for a place to go visit, check out San Diego, check out Austin, Texas, check out Tucson, Arizona, because my mood, my feelings went from like depressed to like happy, and I felt vibrant. I felt energetic. Something with the weather. When I'm in cold weather, I can't handle it anymore. I grew up skiing and, you know, all that stuff outdoors, but I'm getting too old for that. I'm not built for the cold weather. So thriving in warm weather, that's the key for my happiness and my lifestyle. So I always try to make sure I go to places. So after Tucson, I was supposed to go to Costa Rica. So I should actually be in Costa Rica right now. That was the big change. So I'll just talk about that. So I was supposed to go to Costa Rica because it's funny, Layla and you and Gabriel, you recommended this ayahuasca San Pedro retreat in Costa Rica. So I had already booked my ticket, my air flights from the U.S. to Costa Rica. And I was going to go there as a retreat participant and go sit with the shamans and drink medicine. The thing is, definitely not coming back to Sweden in wintertime. I would make an exception. I would make an exception to see you two guys because you guys are some of my favorite people. So I would come see you guys for sure. Tired of the cold. Right. I was actually looking at Nicaragua also, besides Mexico. I was thinking about moving to either Nicaragua, Panama. They were definitely on my list. So yeah, I was supposed to be in Costa Rica to go to this retreat with the medicines. The thing is, I've started to really get in touch with my intuition and trust my inner voice. And what happened was when I was in Austin, you know, I came out of this intense experience with the Mankind Project, with this initiation. And I'd done some deep inner work. And I'm like, you know what? I need to integrate this still. I need to examine and process. You know, whenever you go through plant medicine journeys, or if you go through like a hard meditation retreat, or whatever, some kind of like training you've done where you've grown and you've expanded, you need to remember that you need to take time to process the whole experience and integrate the lessons that you learned. This is something I would share with clients. Like, you know, if when I've gone through like a weekend experience, I'm like, you know what? The growth is here in the weekend, but the growth also happens after you leave the retreat, after the weekend. So for me, I was like, you know what? I don't know if me leaving Texas at this retreat and then going immediately into another retreat with plant medicines, I don't know if that's Jess. What's up, girl? Good to see you. And Sunday, what's up, man? I'm going to talk a little bit about my retreats and ayahuasca, so stick on here. I know you're into that. So for me, I was like, do I really want to go from one retreat to another retreat in Costa Rica? And my inner voice was like, no, like I've just done a lot of deep inner work. I don't know if going to Costa Rica is the right choice. So I reached out to the retreat and I was like, you know, listen, I'm still going to come. I just started talking to them. And so I'm like, all right, I still have my ticket booked. Hey, Marissa, I still had my ticket booked from Arizona to Costa Rica. So as I was talking to them, I'm like, you know, I still want to come, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, do I really want to come though? So they then emailed me a couple days later and like, hey, Chris, we got some bad news. We only have camping accommodation, or you can share a room with somebody at the retreat in Costa Rica. And I'm like, you know what? I'm 38 now. I know how to rough it. I've done that growing up. But you know what? Like, when I'm in altered states or going through a heavy experience at a retreat, I want to be comfortable because I need to be able to process and reground. And that was just like a sign from the universe that, listen, Costa Rica, I'll definitely go there in the future. But right now in this moment, it's not the right fit. And that was the only sign I needed. You know, like I had my inner voice that I was going with, but I was asking for a sign. And when I got that email, I was like, boom, that's it. So I called American Airlines and I rebooked my ticket the next day from Tucson to Playa del Carmen, Mexico. So I immediately changed my plans after that. And that's like I said, I think people should learn to listen with that inner voice, trust your gut, go with your inner intuition, because that's usually the right choice. And I have to say, like, I've definitely made the right choice. And like I said, the big reason why I didn't want to go to Costa Rica is because I had just done a retreat in Texas, and I was like, you know what? I want to process this, but I also want to get back into a workflow. These last 2 months of travel, I've enjoyed it. I spent a lot of time with friends and family. I've been really present and just enjoyed that. But I haven't been worked as much, and I have a lot of big dreams and visions that I want to create and accomplish this year. So I was like, you know what? I need to find a place that I can just plug into, that I can just start working right away. And Playa del Carmen has been that. It's been a lot of good infrastructure. You know, it's easy for me. So I've been working a lot nonstop. So I just want to talk about that. Let me see what else. All right. So why did I choose this side of the world to live in, like Mexico, Central America, South America? So the big reason why I moved here is because, like I said, I'm leading retreats in Ecuador this year. And when I was planning my move last year, I'm like, listen, if I want to work closer with the shamans and the retreats and the medicines, I need to be closer to the Mecca, which is South America. Like, there's a saying. It's called proximity to purpose. I'll say it one more time because there's a plane. Hold on a sec. I feel like I'm in Chiang when the planes are flying over me. There's a saying called proximity to purpose. And the way I interpret that is, if your purpose is to do a certain thing, you need to be close to where the masses are, where the community is, where you can learn and go deeper. I'll give you an example. When I first got into Muay Thai 6 years ago, I moved to Thailand because that's the freaking Mecca. That's where the champions and the warriors are training. I'm like, if I want to get to that level, I want to move to Thailand. So I moved to Thailand to train Muay Thai and to go deeper into meditation. So that was proximity to purpose. Now my priorities and my path has changed from that to working with plant medicines and coaching other men and leading retreats. So proximity to purpose means I have to leave my comfort zone and I have to uproot and I need to go to South America. So that was a commitment I made to myself last year that, listen, if this is something serious I'm going to go, that I'm being called to do, I need to go closer to the purpose and the shaman. So that's why I decided to come to South America, Central America, and Mexico. So I'm on this side of the world for the next 6 to 8 months, at least. Let's see. And yeah, so that's kind of why I'm going to be here so that's why I'm here in Mexico. So I chose Mexico because there's other digital nomad people here. It's easier for me to work. So I'll talk about that next, what I'm doing next. So after Mexico, I'm moving to Ecuador. So I got some good news. So for the people that don't know, what I'm doing next is I'm leading retreats for men only, ayahuasca and San Pedro, 12-day retreats in the mountains. I'll be doing them in Ecuador and Peru. I'm going to try to do them at least once a month for the next 6 months, maybe 8 months. Also, I might be going to Brazil to do one with my good friend Nick, where we'll do jiu-jitsu as well. So my vision for this year, I wrote a post on this a couple weeks ago as well, is to create these initiation, rites of passages, experiences for men to come together. Because if you look in everywhere else, like in Bali and everywhere else, there's all these women's retreats, there's women's circles, and it's like, yo, what's up? What happened to the guys? There's nothing for the guys, you know. There's like, it's hard. So I myself, I've been to 3 plant medicine retreats, over 30 ceremonies. I've been to one meditation retreat for 12 days. I've been to business retreats. So I love retreats. That's something that I always fun. Is always fun for me because I can learn, I can grow, I can expand, I can meet other like-minded people. But none of the ones I've been to have never been really men only, except for the one that I went to, the Mankind Project. So my vision for the past few years is to create this space where guys can come together, they can bond, they can learn about support, brotherhood. We can dive deeper into what it means to be a man, masculinity, and then also work with plant medicines, also topics on personal development, workshops, coaching, you know. So this has been my vision for the past years. I wanted to bring this, manifest this. So it's finally coming together. I got 2 people signed up. Two people signed up this week and paid me. So it's definitely happening. So April 15th through the 26th is going to be my first retreat. And it's with a shaman that I've been working with for the past 2 years. One that I trust a lot. And I even brought my brother to him a year and a half ago. So yeah, so the reason why I'm here is because I'll be moving to Ecuador. And when I'm going to be in Ecuador for at least 2 or 3 months. And yeah, the retreat, I'm keeping it small to a group of like 6 to 10 guys. I don't want it any bigger than that. It's going to be a small, intimate setting. That way, everyone gets the help they need. And I'll be the lead facilitator. So I'm organizing everything. I'm putting it together, all the activities such as workshops, coaching sessions. And I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff that I've been teaching clients one-on-one, but I'll be doing it in a group setting with guys. And I'm really excited for that because guys, you know, I've been talking to a lot of people who are interested in this. And I've been seeing a lot of patterns of similar issues, things with confidence, intimacy, relationships, emotional stuff. You know, guys, we don't have a lot of help when it comes to stuff. Me, myself, I didn't have anyone to guide me on this. You know, my first coach, I'll tell you this, my first coach was, I think I was like 30, 31. I hired an Asian dating coach because I was horrible with women. I was not confident. That's what it was. So I had a lot of mental blocks, self-limiting beliefs. And yeah, it was, you know, I didn't realize that there's resources for guys to tap into. And same with like the Mankind Project, you know, as I've been growing, I've been discovering other tools and resources. So yeah, I'm creating a resource for guys that are in the 20s and 30s who like to travel, who want to explore more, who are interested in work with plant medicines. So I'm combining all the things that I'm passionate about and manifesting into reality because there's other guys who are into this stuff. So, you know, brotherhood, emotional support, deep masculinity, grounding, confidence, workshops, hikes in nature, introspection, meditation. We're going to be going into all of it and all the different, we're going to be going deep too. You know, this is like, talk about vulnerability and authentic and relationships, intimacy, sexuality, all the things that I've been going deep into, I'm going to be sharing. And I'm excited. And that's the thing, you know, that's why I'm starting these Facebook Lives because I love to write and share pictures and, you know, I like to post and share. The thing is, it's hard for me as I'm traveling. I don't get to always share because it's a time-consuming thing. So I'm switching my thought to document, don't create. So I'm going to document more about my journey. And the reason why I want to do that is because I want to talk about the more personal stuff that I always share my personal stuff, but I don't get to put it out there as frequent. So that's why I'm doing these Facebook Lives because I want people to be like, hey, Chris, what was it like after you went through that shitty breakthrough? Or Chris, how did you get over this depression? Or Chris, what was that fucked up shit you went through in childhood? I want people to be, to ask me what it is that I went through because when I'm able to share, that helps other people. And, you know, I want especially guys, my target audience are other guys who are looking for help, who are struggling, who are going through obstacles. So I want them to know that 1, they're not alone, and 2, that I'm here to help them. And also, this is for the women out there as well. You know, I want women to be able to kind of understand men more. That way we can have more harmony in the world. You know, it's all about understanding, empathy, compassion. So for the women, you know, like if there's something that you're going through with your guy, your partner, and you want to ask me as a guy, I can shed some light on it or give some perspective or whatever. So these Facebook Lives, it's not just going to be about me. I want this as a two-way interaction. So that's why I said prepare questions or topics that you want to ask me, and I'll prepare them. I want to do them at least once a week, maybe twice a week. And I just want to share what I've been learning. That way I can give the most value and I can serve people, because I think doing lives, you can impact more people, you can serve more people, and that's what my values are: freedom, service, and grace. You know, those are my values that I'm living up to. So I really want to make sure that I'm serving other people. So that's the whole point of these lives. So I want to be able to go dive deep with people and just talk about the topics that aren't spoken about, the taboo topics. You know, this is the stuff that excites me, but it's also where we get the most growth, when we look at our shadows, when we look at the hardships, and take time to just sit and be mindful and examine them. So next time, yeah, join me next time and we'll have some more fun. So I'm going to be doing these once a week at least. Share some feedback. Let me know what you want me to talk about. If there's problems that you're going through, let me know, and I'm be more than happy to share things that I've learned that can help you out. But yeah, these are going to be the format of the lives, and yeah, these are actually a lot of fun. So thanks a lot for everyone showing up today. One other thing also, I got to share one other thing. So today I'm going to go, this is really exciting for me to share. I was invited by my awesome friend and landlord, Stephanie. She invited me to go to a peyote ceremony tonight in Tulum. So I get to go and work with the new plant medicine. And for me, that's freaking exciting, because I've been working with ayahuasca and San Pedro and magic mushrooms the last 5 years. And peyote has always been, always been in the back of my head. The thing is, it's very hard to get. It only grows in Mexico in the desert. And also, it's not easily accessible. You know, there's the native people called the Huachules. I hope I said that right. But those are the native indigenous tribes or people that cultivate and use these as sacred ceremonies and rituals. So when I moved to Mexico 2 months ago, or a few weeks ago, and when I was thinking about it in the back of my head, I'm like, you know what? I hope I can work with these sacred medicines. And I get a sign from the universe, and it manifested. So yeah, so my friend Stephanie told me last night, she's like, hey, listen, there's an opportunity for us to go to Tulum, where I was last week by the beach, and have a ceremony. So tonight, we're going to go and take a colectivo, which is like a bus or a van. It's an hour and a half. So around 9 p.m., we're going to leave here. And then the ceremony starts at 10. It's going to be all night with the shaman. And yeah, so I've never worked with peyote before. It's a cactus medicine. I'm not sure how similar it is to San Pedro, which is another cactus medicine. I worked with San Pedro a lot. But yeah, peyote will be new to me. And I'm really excited to be working with that. So I'll do a Facebook Live next week, and I'll share that experience. But yeah, it's gonna be a small, intimate setting. It's gonna be by the beach and beautiful nature. That's something really important, that when you work with any kind of medicines or psychedelics, that set and setting are two important things. Because if you're in like a crazy, noisy house party or around like loud people and buses and noise, that's gonna affect your experience and your journey. So for me, I'm always mindful of where I'm sitting in ceremony with these sacred medicines. So yeah, super pumped up, super excited, and just really grateful that I've been invited to a special event, because it's not every day these things happen. So yeah, I'll jump back on a Facebook Live next week. I'll let you guys know. But I just want to say thank you guys so much for joining. That means a lot, that people actually want to connect and interact. So yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Much love to you guys all. I'll see you guys from broadcasting from Mexico. All right, guys. Bye.